We gonna get straight into today's video. But I must begin by asking you all to like, comment, subscribe. Please share this video. Share it especially share this video to Mike, Wayne, Ronnie, and the rest of the dev team. Before I get into today's video, I do want to admit I am not a hater of 2K by any means. I just want to be a voice to the voiceless. That's a CM Punk reference for those who watch wrestling. But I feel like most content creators feel the same way that I feel, but they won't speak out because they fear losing their logo, which that's an issue that I plan to address in a later video. Either they fear losing their logo, or maybe they hadn't blown up yet and they feel critiquing the game could hurt their chances of blowing up. And I thought about it. I have nothing to lose here, so I will be your voice. Like I said, the logo's an issue I plan on addressing in a later video. I've been playing 2K ever since the introduction of my player in NBA 2K10. So a lot of these dudes that came in the community in like 2K16, 2K15, they can't speak the way that I can. Because I remember as a kid playing those older 2Ks. The reason I bring that up is because besides my team, my league, Blacktop, play now in my career, there's nothing else to the game. Versus back in 2K10, you had the situational mode. I remember getting all situational to practice because, me and my friends, we'd always go to each other's house, play against each other for bragging rights. So I would go in situational, put myself in a bad situation so that I could practice and come back. And overall, it did help my experience with getting good at the game. So you had 2K12 had modes like Create a Legend and NBA Greatest Games. I feel like 2K should go back to focusing on the offline modes because not everybody wants to play the game online. So you could please both crowds. I know my team, my player, my team / my career is where all the money is, but there's people that just get on the game and want to have fun, which is an issue within itself. 2K lost. They are more about profit margins than they are about making a good game. Take, for example, we about to talk about what you see in the background, my team. We're going to talk about my team for a little bit. I used to play my team heavy back in the day because the game was about building the best squad possible. It was about trying to build a squad of Michael Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, getting all these all-time greats on the same team. Then 2K17, I believe, things changed. It no longer was about that. Every week, you get a Shaq card that can speed boost and shoot threes. Next week, Ben Simmons, but that can shoot from Curry range. Like, it's just stuff like that turned me off with the whole my team mode. It's about building a GOAT squad. I miss the original purpose of my team. And now it's a pay to win scheme that, get people invested in and dropping crazy money into the game every week. Like, for example, I have a lot of curiosity. I'm starting to wonder how much money do these my team guys weekly, when all of the GOAT cards come out later, probably around February, March, peak time of my team. I wonder how much money these guys put into that mode weekly. I didn't say monthly. I said weekly because it's a lot. You see, but they're making their money back. Cool. But just the fact that they got to dig deep into their pockets for these cards is something that I personally don't like. But it's their money. They can do what they want. What they want with it. So that's just my opinion on the whole my team mode of things. By the way, I know the gameplay in the background wasn't so polished, but I don't play my team for 1 and 2. By the way, I did win that game. But the next issue I want to get into is the city. People hated the neighborhood. So you know what 2K decided to do? People hate the neighborhood because But so you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna give them a city, something even bigger that's gonna cause bigger issues. I felt like from the start, I felt like the whole idea of affiliations coming back, that's a W within itself. Clap it up for 2K finally listening to us. But I feel like it should have been like how it used to been, where you could teleport to these places. 2K tried to make things a little bit too realistic, in my opinion. Like the whole idea of getting an outfit. That's a very tedious process of trying to get an outfit, because you have these different shoe stores, you got these different clothing stores you could go into, Swags, you got Drip Brothers, you got all these different stores, when everything could just be in one store and I can get my outfit and go play. 2K, and then another thing, Stage. Y'all got rid of Stage to now where it's only Tuesday and Thursday. And not only that, you barely get VC from playing Stage. So y'all adding all these crazy clothing prices, but for playing the game, we barely getting any VC. Like, gameplay is a big issue in my opinion. Like, y'all doing all these unique stuff, cool, whatever. But get back to the core elements of basketball. That's what I want. Like, the whole city. After the first, I'm going to tell y'all the truth. If y'all never played this game, after the first week of experiencing the city, you're going to be fed up with it. Because it's like they tried to do too much. There's an invisible glitch. Why is this a thing in next gen? This wasn't even a thing on current gen. I'm just convinced that y'all wanted, this game was rushed, and y'all want to be like, hey, look, guys, we made 2 games in 1 year. A pandemic year at that. You know? Like, I know the other gaming companies are no better, but I'm not as passionate about those games as I am 2K. So, I do have a suggestion. I may cover that someday in a later video. And in my way that I would want 2K to fix, it may sound a little delusional, but it's just something I may future address. The content, another thing that I noticed that's OP. I mean, not OP. I'm gonna get into that. You see a lot of the YouTubers voicing their opinion about the rep rewards. We had the same rep rewards for the past 3-4 games. Like, y'all don't have I know y'all are creative, 2K. Y'all had all these years to come up with some rewards that would please the community. Y'all hadn't done that yet. And honestly, this would have been the perfect year for crossplay. Thinking about it, since not many people had a console, parks can be dry sometimes. You playing against the same come-arounds over and over and over again. So if 2K added crossplay this year, we wouldn't have had that problem. But I don't know why. Most games is going in that crossplay direction. We hadn't heard nothing from 2K about this yet. So 2K might be one of the last games to do it. Contact dunks are still OP, which I do like the return of the demigod builds, but I feel like it was used wrong, because I feel like this is still the old 2K engine, because everybody can shoot over everybody. The contact dunks always was this OP if you had a 95-90 dunk, but most builds in the past didn't have a 90 dunk. So if you did, I remember playing with slashers in the previous 2Ks, and contact dunks was still this OP. But the engine needs to be adjusted for the new build system, because I thought that would have been a thing. Like, it should have been common sense. If we're gonna add this new build system. So, excuse me, my bad. But yeah, 2K added this new build system. 2K should have been like, we adding this new build system. So, therefore, we do have to adjust that. And then another issue that I have is the unbalancing between the point guards and the power forwards. Like, being a power forward is the only useful thing about this game. Like I said, being a power forward is the only thing useful about this game. Like, being a point guard is nowhere close to being as good as a power forward. Honestly, I have a theory about that. I feel like 2K didn't want us to have 95 speed while being able to contact dunk over everybody's head, while having a 95 speed with ball, 95 3-point shot, 90 plus perimeter defense, all this at the same time. So what they did was nerf the point guards, and if you wanted all of those things, you had to make a power forward. But also, it is unfair how a point guard needs a 94 speed with ball minimum for quick first step, but a power forward, I think it's 83 or 84 speed with ball for them, which I don't know if that was purposely done or a slight oversight, but there's no fairness in that, 2K. I personally always played point guard, but I adapted to this year's way of doing things with the power forward. But I am going to make a point guard to show that point guards still are useful. They're just not as OP as the power forwards, which in no 2K has it ever been balanced. Point guards was the best in 20 for most builds. There was a few builds that was better at small forward. A few builds was better as a shooting guard. Yeah. 19 power forwards was better than centers. Shooting guard was better than point guard, or point guard better than shooting guard, depending on what you value more. But I feel like overall the game is a W. The build system's a W. But there's a lot of glaring issues with this game. The game can be fun at times. It's just for competitive, it's not there. I give the game a 6.5 out of 10. I feel like people are very harsh about this game. Too harsh to a certain extent, but I do feel like at the same time people are falling out of love with 2K. Comment your rating for 2K and the 2K21 next gen in the comment section, and even comment your current gen rating. But it's been your boy Dimes FG. Please share the video with the devs, share it with your friends, and I'm out. Peace. This is also something that I forgot to mention. That's a big issue with this game. Let me comment if I forgot anything else that you feel like should have been covered in this video. But this corruption issue, like, just want to know, why is this a thing, 2K? Like, I load up the game every few days and boom, this happens. And then the loading screens also feel like it's getting longer, and I feel like I'm underwater sometimes. But why is those things a thing in a next gen game? But yeah, that's just another thing that's been annoying me about this game. But like I said, I still rate the game a 6.5, close to a 7 out of 10. It's just a lot of glaring issues that I felt like we couldn't just sweep under the rug. It's like, oh, let's just be grateful 2K made multiple games this year. But we got to be honest with ourselves and be honest with the supporters. This game isn't by all means trash, but it ain't the greatest thing ever either. That's all I wanted to point out with this video. And I'm out. Peace for others time.